move on to discuss some of the news that happened in the NBA. These past couple of days. First thing, the Lakers, they were able to trade D'Angelo Russell away. They traded D'Angelo Russell and Maxwell Lewis and 3 future second round picks in 2027, 2030, and 2031 to the Nets, and were able to land Finney Smith and Shake Milton. Finney Smith is the key acquisition in this one. Dorian Finney-Smith for the Lakers. Finney Smith, he's shooting a career high 45% from the field. He's a great 3-and-D and a great plug-in player that can, play with Anthony Davis and LeBron James. He'll make an impact. I'll compare him to the impact that Kentavious Caldwell had for the Lakers team that won a championship. Key thing is, I think Finney Smith is a better defender, and the way he's been shooting this season, or he's shot 43.5%. I'm sorry, not 45.9. He's 45.9 from the field. He shot 43.5% from 3. I think he's a better defender, and from what he's shown this season in terms of shooting, I think he, Davis Caldwell Pope, he sniffed the 40 percentage, but 3.5. Kentavious Caldwell Pope was never that great of a shooter, and he's not as good of a defender as Finney Smith is as well. So it's just, he's the perfect role player to play next to LeBron, AD, Austin Reeves as well. And I think he'll work well off the ball next to Austin Reeves, as he'll get a lot of open jump shots because of them collapsing on LeBron and AD, a lot of open threes. And he's going to be playing meaningful basketball as well for the Lakers, with him being at Brooklyn Nets. It's different playing for the Lakers and the Nets. I think that's a really, really good acquisition. And yes, look, obviously D'Angelo Russell is a better player than Dorian Finney-Smith. Obviously. The problem with D'Angelo Russell is you get this with D'Angelo Russell. Zigzag in terms of performances. You will get a high of him. He has the ability to go off for 50 and be efficient while doing it. But he also has the ability to go 0 from 10 from the field and have 0 points and smoke a few layups. That's the thing with D'Angelo Russell. You want to play for a championship team, you have to have a level of consistency. And that's what Dorian Finney-Smith does. Obviously, it's consistently like right here. It's nothing great. But he fits in with LeBron and AD. These 3-and-D guys are valuable in the league. They're valuable in playing, and him playing that way next to LeBron, it's of extreme value. Because LeBron will be able to find. He doesn't need to handle the ball. Austin Reeves can handle the ball, and LeBron can handle the ball. All he needs to do is shoot the thing and guard the opposition's best player and limit them. And defensively, guarding defensively, the Lakers have been a little bit weak. The Lakers shooting has been weak as well. It's just perfect. And now with D'Angelo Russell, we get rid of that inconsistencies. There's been moments where he stopped trying to see, and it's just been failing. So get rid of D'Angelo Russell and bring in a guy like Finney Smith. I think great trade for the Lakers, and I think that will make an impact. I think that move will make an impact for the Lakers. I'll look out for the Lakers this season now. I think they can do something. Now it's going to be difficult. The West is still difficult. The Mavericks are still there. The Nuggets are still there. The Timberwolves are still there. Phoenix Suns, I think they're going to be better this season as well. They've been pretty good. They had that really good win on Christmas. Even though right now they're 11th, I think they'll be better than what the standings say right now. Houston, I don't know if they'll be that great, but they are a 3rd seed. They can have an impact. Grizzlies, they'll be a really, really good team now with Zach Edey and John Morant being back as well. And we know OKC is OKC. But that move that the Lakers did to get Finney Smith, you can't just look at the name and say, Finney Smith, that's a good move. that's a valuable player. Those 3-and-D players, they're becoming more and more valuable in this league, and the Lakers are also able to trade away D'Lo as well. That gives Lakers a little bit more flexibility in terms of making more moves. I think Lakers, they still have a move for them. Keep in mind, they still have those couple future first round picks that they can trade away. I think the Lakers are going to do more in this deadline, more to maximize LeBron and AD and get that third guy next to him, LeBron and AD, that can do some heavy lifting as well. I look for Lakers to continue to be buyers and to continue to buy something even bigger than Finney-Smith. I think Finney-Smith is just one part of the puzzle, and it's a good part of the puzzle. It's a great addition for the Lakers. Now we move on. The Sacramento Kings. So the Sacramento Kings, they fired Mike Brown. Mike Brown that won Coach of the Year in 2023, led them to the playoffs. They lost in 7 to the Warriors. Overall, he's been a really good coach, and he was rewarded with an extension this past summer. But it just shows how things could get raw quickly. And Sacramento Kings, they have a little bit of a history as well. The way what you saw, what Mike Malone said. I don't know if it was an oppressor, but I don't know if it was after a game or something, offering up his support and saying how, he's not surprised because of the Kings. But how did it go wrong so fast? And look, yeah, they haven't had a great start to the season. They were 14-9. They were on a losing streak when they fired him, losing to the Nuggets, Lakers again, Pacers, Pistons. And, in that Pistons loss as well, he called out De'Aaron Fox in the post-game presser, talking about when, De'Aaron Fox fouled him from 3, and he was essentially from 3, and essentially after the game, Mike Brown was saying, you're down 3. Why are you in a situation where you're having to, why aren't you already up on your man? Or why are you in a position where you're having to chase to close him out? You should be all up on your man. You're down 3. It makes no sense. And he was very, very articulate and very willing to call out his star player, De'Aaron Fox. And also, there was a little bit of murmurings. We saw what Lou Williams said. I don't know what connections he has with the Kings, talking about how maybe he lost a little bit of the locker room. He wanted DeMar DeRozan to come off the bench, and maybe there was certain Kings player not having it. I definitely think, De'Aaron Fox had to have a part of it. The way it went down, how quickly it was, also the way how he was fired as well, not really being told and all that. Obviously, that's always classless, and we never appreciate and respect that. That was obviously horrible. But overall, look, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It happened so fast. It made no sense to me. I thought they were, I thought Mike Brown is a really, really good coach, and he was doing some good things with the Kings. And the one slip out of adversity with the start to the season, and now you're firing him just after giving him an extension. What is the direction? What is this? Obviously you want to back your players, and you always want to respect your players and take the player's side. But this is just a little too much to me. This is just a little bit too much, and it's a little bit of a message as well that this Kings ownership group saying to the players, we're riding and die with you, which I don't think you should be giving that much power to a group of players that, quite frankly, they haven't really accomplished much. None of these players, De'Aaron Fox has never won a playoff series in his life. His biggest accomplishment is taking the Warriors to 7. That's his biggest accomplishment. In a series, by the way, they should have won. They were the 3rd seed, going up against the 6th seed of the Warriors. So we have to be 100% objective in this one. And I don't know how it went so wrong. I don't know. De'Aaron Fox, he had when Mike Brown had some harsh comments about that bad foul he committed on Jaden Ivey at the end of that game on Thursday night at the loss to Detroit. He said, "I feel like that there's this perception that people thought that we were at odds. You can ask anybody in the organization. Me and Mike have never had an argument. We could disagree with something. We talked about it and it was gone." So I have to say that Cole happened. He did say that. But again, it's just awfully fishy to me. Something must have happened though. He must have lost the locker room. There's no other way the Sacramento Kings ownership group would do this. But, I'm not here to speculate. At the end of the day, I'm a journalist, so I can only speak on the facts. And the facts is, well, they fired him. Simple. I don't agree with it, obviously, but it is what it is. Thank you guys for tuning in to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. So thank you once again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like